Well, thank you so much. We've heard today about how big oil's price collusion with OPEC has cost Americans money. There's also another consequence that big oil's record profits and their collusion has had, and that is the harm to our public health, and it's the destruction of our climate. Now, I grew up in South Los Angeles, in an area called the Harbor area. It's a low-income community, communities of color, about 70% Latino. It's right next to oil refineries and urban oil drilling. And so not only do I know personally the effects to health and the climate and the air pollution, it's my constituents know it and feel it, whether it's higher rates of cancer, whether it's asthma, respiratory illnesses. And for years, our communities have suffered while big oil downplays the effects to the pollution and the effects rather on pollution. And as I mentioned, it's been especially impactful and harmful for Latino communities, where air pollution in Latino zip codes is 14% higher than predominantly white areas, and Latinos are 165% more likely to live in counties with unhealthy levels of particulate matter. Now, when the oil industry colludes with OPEC to raise prices, it's communities like mine that feel it the most and feel it the greatest at the pump. So while people are forced to choose between food and fuel, all while struggling to breathe. And this is, again, one of the issues on this collusion, and it's an environmental justice issue, and it's an economic justice issue. Big oil is putting profits over people, and they're ripping off our consumers when they're colluding with OPEC, and now we've learned they're conspiring with Trump to keep the money flowing, all at the expense of our pocketbooks, at the expense of our health and the planet that we need to pass on to our children. Republicans and Donald Trump are working with big oil in lockstep to do whatever. As Senator Whitehouse said, they're working together now on writing these executive orders. And we have to say enough. And we must hold big oil accountable. Democrats and President Biden will continue to fight to end fossil fuel subsidies, making sure we're investing in clean energy and continuing that, to build on what we have started in the IRA, and to go after price collusion. We will continue to work to lower costs and reduce pollution to benefit the American people, not big oil. And so I'm proud to stand here with all of my colleagues and senators working on this issue. And with that, I have the opportunity to introduce one of our newer members of Congress, our freshman member, but not new to the scene on fighting climate and legislating. Long before coming here in the State House in California, my colleague from California, Representative Kamala Gurdove.